I'll try to look at builds. Generally, to give like a grasp on how good these players are, it's usually like from my observant opinion, I feel like both these teams have some really like solid players than some of their friends who aren't so solid. And you can see that reflected in the builds. I don't know about Vamp Shroud on Hades. I mean, I've never seen that in my life. So you already know there's some awesome solo lane gameplay going on. Papa Volts over here with the Axe build. That's pretty solid. We got some dual lane action heavy. You know, dual lane is where competitive happens. So we'll see what happens, you know. Free flight button. Brother, I do not know the free flight button. I don't know the anything button. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I can kind of like do the arrow keys. It's not that bad. Oh, thank you so much. Player cam, Z is free cam. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. I did the free cam, guys. I don't know how to go back. Oh, wait, C? No, C's lowering. What did I do? Bro, this spectator is horrible. No, dude. No, man. Guys, how do I go back after free cam? How do I unfree cam? No, bro. Oh, this is so cursed. How do I fix it? Does anybody know? I mean, guys, we can look at the dual. This is not good. Bro. Same button. What is happening? What is this? It's a disaster. It's a horror. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, hold up. Guys, this is grim. Okay. Bro, how does it... What? Okay, hold up. Dual lane action. We got a bit of a fight going on. Bingos Bongos is doing some damage. Oh, never mind. This is Daichi. They role swapped. Guys, this is so fucked up. I'm never spectating again. Why is it so bad in this game? Smite 2 beta, not final. Look at that huge trade, though. How do I move back? Dude. We are getting deep angles. We are... Okay, how do I, like... No, bro. Please, does some... V to reattach? It's not working. It's not working, guys. I'm pressing V. Z? Oh, you fixed it. Okay, we're back, boys. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're gonna just use the locked, okay? Let's see how this fight's going. A little bit deep here. We have the dual lane rotation, 3v2 angle right here. The Bari jungle is just not super effective in these angles, but a great pushback. That's going to be First Blood 69 Mammoth getting the kill on this Bari jungle. So, again, when we talk about dress, like, you have to think about when you pick a jungler, like, what does the jungler do? I feel like that's a really good draft question you should ask on any pick you ever pick. What does the pick actually do? I don't know what Bari jungle does. Also, I don't know how to actually keep moving between characters. Maybe this? No. How do I can only go to like a couple picks. How do I get to the solo laners? Does anybody know? You're a good caster? Thank you, bro. Not really, but it's okay. Bari jungle does not seem good. I agree. Guys, listen, dual lane is the most important things on the map, so like, if we have to be stuck here, we do. I genuinely don't know how to change. No, C was the... No, C's the player cam. I mean, how do I get to the damn Achilles? TG? Oh, shit. Okay, that's what you meant by that. I thought that was like a command type. Thank you so much. Okay, wonderful. So solo lane going over here. I don't know how this lane's not like dead, because if you don't play this well on Achilles, you get farmed. It is a little bit dodgy. Notice the Fenrir there over on the fire camp. If I'm Fenrir here, we get off this fire camp and we insta-run to this. I think Sneaky, who's Behemoth, on the Fenrir here, is actually doing a bit of a missed opportunity, but we might still have a gank here. You don't know just yet. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Where is... let's go back on the thing. Is Bari supposed to work like Kindred in League? Kind of. I don't think it works, though. Like, I feel like it'd be more like playing Jinx in League in jungle, and it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Conceptually, sort of, but I just don't think it's a good jungler. Because, you know, where Bari can work is, like, you know, she's got a knockback, she's got some self-peel. I know she technically has a stun with her passive and stuff. But Fenrir's just going to brutalize and not care, I think. So, yeah, not a huge fan of the pick. We're going to go back to dual lane, though. Listen, with the First Blood, obviously a bit of a problem, but, you know, we'll see what Divulges, develops, all that wonderful stuff. And, yeah. Do you feel like junglers forget about solo? The answer is yes, but not for a bad reason. The big reason why you're seeing people forget about solo is because gold figures are so important. that if you're playing solo side excessively, you're just going to lose the objective, and it's not worth it. So solo is definitely less priority than it's been competitively or just in like better ranked games for a while. And junglers, usually if they're getting a gank, they're doing it because they're on the backside of a reset, or they're just going to TP to duo afterwards, or gold's down, you know, but you really don't want to make that gank. Now, granted, the jungler should have made that gank. That was like different. Gold's not up, all that stuff definitely should have happened, but you know, it's easy for me to say stuff in the sky. Sorry about this, Twisters. I'm trying to learn where people actually are. It was, yeah, they don't have that on this Unexpected. I wish they did. Trust me, I would be using it. So Fen is hovering. Again, remember we said duo side. Why? Because you can go to gold. And look at this. The Ares is in trouble. He's going to be getting polymorphed, ulted, gone. The dash is caught. This guy's totally fine. But again, look at this Bari damage. Just completely non-existent. Beads is forced. Does still have Bariol. Is going to get it used here. Neithel on the backside, but again, not enough. And this is all about why when you pick your jungler, you want to know, what does my jungler do? Bari has 0 pace push. It's great for objectives, I guess. If you get to that point, but you have to get to that point, and I just think playing active, playing aggro, the fact that they went for a speed invade with such a bad 2v2 is just nonsensical. I mean, a really good way to draft guys, like, quite frankly, is like, does my, you know, drafts like win early game? And if it does, like, chances are it's probably a decent draft. That's not all that drafting comes into, but if you're gonna fight anyways, you may as well draft to be able to win fights, no? I think it's a really good, like, way of thinking. Let's see if he gets followed here. This could be a big issue. Bloodbound Book on Hades? Yup. That's good, bro. Now, you don't have to rush it, but you can. You should ult here. No, he's not going to. No problem. A little passive. I think he's worried about getting ganked here. I guess he doesn't have to ult. I mean, he's pretty chill in this lane. Hi. Achilles is going Onis. Imagine a solo laner goes Bloodbound and the other one goes Onis. Isn't that incredible? What a wonderful lane. Do people still build Death Soul in ADC? They do not. Now, Jingwei's a little bit different. You could go in on her because of, like, your AoE autos and stuff, but... yeah, no, not really. So that's why this guy went it. Apparently, it looks like they role swapped and they just didn't say. Which, I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. It's just a bit annoying. We're going to go back to dual lane in a second, folks. Shit, wrong person. A little bit better. Go to Fenrir. Do I remember Fenrir? R? Oh, I remembered it. This is looking like a mighty good gank. Now, you have to be mindful. You could lose gold for a gank like this, but look at the posturing of this duo lane. It is solid. Notice where the Bari is. Wrong place. And as a result, it's just a free gank. So you can make ganks on solo happen. They just have to feel, number one, quick, and that was a quick gank, but more importantly, your duo lane was postured top left side to, like, not just, like, lose the objective. And that's what having a lead in the lane also does, right? Like, you're pretty safe. Thank you, Unexpected, for the follow. Can't tell. Yeah. Naturally. Fenrir now, looking for something. Again, this is an awesome camera angle. I'm sorry about that, folks. Oh, but it's a beauty. The Bari, again, brutalized. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You have self-peel on the character, but it doesn't matter because Fen is knockback immune. Jade Scepter here. Ares is looking for the rotation, but yeah, not enough. Just 4 zip. And look, if you wanted my honest opinion, like, I don't really know who Papa Volts is. I don't know who I've seen Marsupial in the queues. I would have probably said that I think Red Team is the better team here, but I wouldn't say it, like, by and large, by far, that this should be like a blowout or something. And I think right now it's looking so bad, largely because, you know, draft diff, but also how we're playing the draft is, you know, doubly important. Whoops. Sorry about that. Where do I go to get to the ADC? I don't remember. Oh, well. He's out. Good job. My bad about that, guys. Yeah, I'm a little ass with these controls. It's very unintuitive. Oh, is that a solo? No, it's not. Yeah. Unlucky. Oh, okay. Clay City goes down. Unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, Smite 2. Anyways, let's go over to the solo side of the map. Let's see what's happening over here. Achilles with a little bit of damage in the lane, fighting back. That's what I like to see, but not enough to actually do anything. Remember, Bloodbound Book is up. Beneath is looking for the rotation. 40% health. Got to get him down even lower. The knock-up for the cancel execute is good if he hits, and he does. Remember, super important. You have to use your shields before you get low, because if you use your shields while executed, you're just going to die. It doesn't work that way, right? So, tough. This Bari Force is very, very unwise, and good for him to actually get out. Achilles is looking for the TP. Notice Ares is on the top side, so they're going to look for a collapse, but there's just nothing here. These picks are way too quick. and it's just going to be a big pile of shit on the Fire Giant fight. But, you know, 2 kills, I mean, they're fighting back. Solo's not too bad. The big deficit here is obviously in jungle and in mid. Remember, this is a Jingwei ADC Neath mid. So yeah. Also support's looking a bit rough. Beads Force, that's pretty good. Stun on the Khepri. This Ares now could get engaged on a little bit. Great one ult there. Cersei's is forced. He's alive. Was close though. Fenn's looking. Bro, I gotta say, Nick on this Neath with the Jade Scepter's pretty clutch. So, good for him, man. Gonna look over here. I just clicked away from the 1v1. I'm so sorry. Neath damage is not here, but the 1v1 is actually going okay. Now, Daichi does have Blink. He's looking for it. 1-2. Beautiful. Jingwei counterpick. This guy dominant right now. That was good. That was good. That was clean. I mean, look, like I said, I don't think this like should be a blowout by any means, and they're proving me right, which I'm happy to see. A little bit of damage going on over here, but it looks like nothing too crazy. Now, if you guys want the reasoning behind this Jingwei Blink, I'm not going to be sure I'll give you a great answer, but I'm going to guess and say the idea... Uh-oh, Ares, a lot of trouble here. No ult on the Ra. Now he does have ult. Oh, it's over. Beautiful. Really good play right there. You ult to the left because he can only walk to the left to get out. That was really smart. Or to the right, whatever. But it's partially just the safety on the character, but it's also when you have a frontline dive like this on Hades Khepri, it's actually really hard to kill the Hades because he's just going to get Khepri ulted. So you don't actually focus the Hades. You're actually going to see the Jingwei probably ult on the backline, which is, or blink on the backline, and just try to one-shot the Ra, which is pretty cool. They're going to lose gold, though. Again, a little bit of sleep, unfortunately. Bari is going Hydras into Braggies, I guess. That can't be good, but who knows. Yeah, no Bingos Bongos. I'm not sure where he is. It's definitely a little bit rough. I don't know if he's on the starting roster. He probably is. Probably just wasn't able to make it. Oh, the save is huge. Double save right there. And Ares ult hits the Hail Mary, and yeah, doesn't get anybody. Unlucky. Oh my gosh, another solo kill, and I completely missed it because I don't know how to navigate through the controls. A beautiful pick. Now notice, this Hades, a lot of healing with his build, and obviously a lot of healing on the pick. Want to see some anti-heal coming? If you're Papa Volts here, you go Ankh before Pridwin. Very important because of that build. He didn't, so hopefully he goes that soon, but just a good solo lane trivia thing to do. Awesome, dude. Also, Bloodbound Book on Ra. Not really like the most common on that god specifically, but the item's so inflated. You know, you can do it. You're pretty happy. Let's go to mid lane. Thank you, Valve, by the way. I appreciate it because I was cursed. This guy is going to be looking over here. Again, another solo lane rotation on this Hades. This one, because of gold being down, is okay, but I don't think there's actually anything that's going to happen. Yeah, naturally. So, yeah, just a bit of time wasted. Just a bit of time wasted. We haven't really seen a lot of Ares value yet. Now, I think something good to note in this lobby is there's only one Sunder, and it's on the Ares. So when we look at objective flips that are 50-50s, blue team is really happy. The big problem with blue team's draft is who's actually going to walk up and feel good with a Bari jungle. I don't know. But if there is a 50-50 neutral on an objective, you should be looking at the side of blue to be okay here. Achilles super deep. And again, he's got help coming, but they're out-rotated here 3-on-4 and just a wash. He had to look for the execute, didn't get it off. But it's going to be a 1-for-1 at worst. Or excuse me, at best. Another kill by the Jingwei. They actually 2v1 the Kurnos in mid. So it's a 2-for-2 on the map. Obviously good for blue because they're a bit behind, but yeah, I mean, look, this Fenrir pick that we expected to be so strong is being very strong. And this Bari pick that was first, not looking good at all. Neath taking a lot of damage, and Sneaky is going to lunge in. That's one more for him. This Ares pick, no value in a 1v3, and he's gone. Daichi is back looking for the autos. They're good, but Capriole is going to be up. Good detransform, but the Jingwei gets one more. The AoE autos, that's a lot of skill right there, and that's going to be a double for him. Daichi, I would say, is probably like the LeBron James of this character. This is like the 2018 Cavs, so that's kind of like the vibe for this team. Looking really good right now, 5-1-1, so he's doing really good. This guy's like a Danzaburo Jingwei main, which is an awesome god pull to have, and he's dominating a little too deep. He knows that. Is safe here with the people on the sides. Hades is looking for the rotational rep. Will he get it? Remember, he does have ultimate here. Oh, no, he doesn't. I lied. No ultimate here, so he should actually just get nothing. Good knock-up right there. Smart play. Kurnos is also like poking and prodding just a little bit. Now, you got to turn around, bud, because you don't know Kern's here. It looks like he's okay. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Oh, the pathing. What a wizard. That was really smart. Good job. We need Cole Football here. Cole Football would like continue pushing up. He would know exactly what was going on. Let's go, dude. Trying to watch, but he's in the add death loop. You reap what you sow. I have no sympathy. Tragic, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, thoughts here is like, I don't know. I really hate this Bari, and I feel like if they didn't have it, like imagine if blue team picked Fenrir, they would be dominating. They're up like almost 1k. Remember, the Sunder. Ares has Sunder. They can secure this. What is he doing? Oh, the ult is huge, though. Patience by Mr. Sneaky, but it's not going to be enough patience. A little bit of damage on Kepri, not too much here just yet. Bari is getting a lot of damage. My sound is literally shattering my eardrums. They break the execute. It's a disaster. Gold Fury gets secured, though, on the backside anyways, and it's still going to be a pick. A beautiful play, and the biggest thing right there is even though the Achilles kind of fucked it up, he was there first. If you're there first, you can make something happen, and the Sunder really helps as well. Now, a little bit of damage on the Fenrir, but you can't flip these objectives early when your soul laner is late, and you don't have Sunder. And as a result, Bingos and Bongos Unite, whatever their team name is going to get a kill and a good look. Tier 1 tower under a bit of contention, but our LeBron James is under attack, and he is going to fall down. That is a heartbreaking shutdown. Again, just a little bit too deep, and they were really posturing for that mid-tier 1, and Daichi was off, so he was like, I'm just going to wrap around bottom side. But they didn't commit to the mid-shove. I think he was dead either way, though, just a little over himself right there. I think for Jing, or excuse me, for Jungle aspect on Fen is like super preferential. I don't think it's like better or worse. I think it's just a choice. Again, I'm not the best person to ask, but it seems like it's like a very split opinion thing. There doesn't look like there's much here. I mean, look, you got the objective, you lost one, but you got one. It's definitely a one fight for blue, but we're in an even game, which is exciting, man. I mean, you like that. This Bari pick is looking a bit better, but still not great in my opinion. You saw Stewie doing it. Guys, anything Stewie does is not original. He copies it from Screamer Rat Milk. That guy has no personality in this game. That's why he's bad. Anyways, let's look over here. Achilles goes into Nemean. You guys know I'm a big fan of that. So that's dope. We see Hades go into Helm of Radiance, which makes sense. I would have liked Spectral here a little bit more. Or, well, Helm's okay. I would like Spectral more, though, if you're going to go defense, but, you know, nonetheless, it's still okay. Neath is fine. There's a fight going on over here. Again, not Mini Delvin. Clay City is just getting dominated by Daichi. What a matchup over here. I mean, this is just beautiful gameplay, but Spectral or Nemean, on a god like Hades, I mean, well, Nemean's the better item, but, like, you know, nonetheless, oh my gosh, it's just domination. It doesn't even matter. Like, what do I say? There's a gank on the solo side, though. What do you do at Jingwei here? You split push, and he's going to do that. Auto speeding it up. I mean, what a rat, guys. He's playing the map. I mean, can we get this guy banned, too? How do I get to him? Where is he? I'm breaking every single control. Can we get him banned? Look at his build. He has Sunbeam Bow. He's ruining the game. What the hell? Where's the video? Okay, anyways, mid-fight is going to be going on. And a little bit of damage here. A lot of bricks, though. The Ares Fenrir ult interaction yet again. But the Bari just walks in and gets her Beast Force for no reason. Tier 2 down on the left side. Mid-fight hover. 3k lead for blue. What happens now? Okay, Bari passive. Wasted on the Holy Spirit. That's okay. Ping in fourth from the Ares. Or no, Achilles, excuse me. Nothing, though, forced. Remember, Pyromancer objectives are good. Why? Because we have Sunder. We can always force. And Kern is spotted on that left wave. Free Pyromancer secure. W. No, you're good, Glacier. There's no drama. There's no drama. I'm just saying, like, I'm just having fun. Listen, I love our beautiful content creators in this scene. They are incredible. They raid me on Twitch frequently. Thank you guys. But I'm just having fun. There might be drama though. You never know. Anyways, what's happening over here? We're gonna press G to go over to Achilles. Pretty fitting for the pick. And Tier 1 tower going down. Now you have to be careful here. Why? Because gold is up. But notice something. Our Neath is anchoring down. This is super smart. She's in her ultimate right now. I forgot what key to press. But she's anchoring down to stay around gold #1, but also to look for a pick on solo side. If the pick doesn't happen, you're going to see a transition over to gold or a fire sneak while the other team goes to gold. And actually, if you look at red team, they might look for this fire giant themselves, folks. So you got to be a little bit mindful of that. I know Delvin. This guy's a bit of a rat. He'll look for a play if he can. I think Fenner is F? No, R. Okay, they're looking for the pick. And actually, look, green team, or blue team, excuse me, is looking at Gold Fury. And the Fire Giant pull. It's being flirted with. Not going to happen. Unfortunate. I think they had a little bit of vision. And this is part of, the problem. When you're flipping objectives, they're going to look for a mid pick, and this might work. But when you're flipping objectives without Sunner, it's hard to force. Either way, though, this fight in mid is going to happen. 1-0, but they did lose gold. Can they still make this work? Triple shield on the Raw. We love Bloodbound. Not enough, though. Achilles is going to go down here. It looks like one shot does manage to live, but a trade is going to happen. It's a 2-for-1. This is good for red, but we still lost the objective. So, I mean, you have to get a little bit more out of this, ideally, right? I think it's, what, D? Okay, cool. They can't pull fire. I mean, look, it's a good trade for blue. You want to get second gold. Second gold is super, super valuable. I don't know who level 69 Mammoth is. 100 Mammoth is, or Behemoth is Mr. Sneaky. I don't know who Mammoth is. It's likely a relative. Being serious, though, no idea. Overall, a good fight for blue. You want those objectives. Most of the time, guys, when a team has 2 golds, they win. I mean, there's more context that's a little, like, simple-minded to say, but, for the point of making a point, we're going to use it. Alright, what happens over here? Nothing. We gotta get some wards around this fire. Look at my boy Daichi right here. He's looking for the sneak pick. This is some Cole football level vision right now. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Neathel incoming. This is going to be a current Beats Force. It will be. He's going to keep on going. No, never mind. Not enough. And unfortunately, no dice. But a Beats Force for the blink, not really worth. I mean, I guess it depends, right? If the blue team dive here is really good, it is worth. If not, probably just a wash. We see Totem on Hades. Now, this isn't like that trash. The idea is it's like I have some cooldown now, and my ultimate has ticks to it. I'm not the biggest fan personally, but like it's not horrible. I really think the Vamp Shroud is just like not it, but besides that, the build's okay, I guess. Pyromancer again, easy dice, and remember when you have this Sunder, it's just so easy. I love that Bad News there doesn't actually use the Sunder because he's like understanding the probability of that being stolen is low, but now they can force this and they feel comfortable, and red team has to reply. Look at Clay City, wrong side of the map here. That's a really big weakness. Obviously they don't know that, so they're not going to like hard aggressively shove this, but if you're blue team here, you want to force this, let them come in, and then look for the Achilles execute on whoever's kept real, likely the Hades. We'll see if that works. But yeah, Zerg, oh, got it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't see that guy too much in the queues, but he's like not a bad player, so dope. That's cool. When is your team playing? After this game, my friend. I think we play one of these teams. I don't know which one, but it doesn't really matter. It should be good. Alrighty. Wave cleared. Are we pulling fire here? Or are we just standing around it? We're just standing around it. Okay, never mind. I thought we were pulling for a second. Again, it's so dicey for red team to ever pull fire, despite them having secure, because it's like, Sunder is just scary. I mean, there's a lot of risk to it. And you also have to remember, when they don't have that much frontline, like, again, their draft is good, but the one, bad part about it is, like, we don't have a tank to just walk up, necessarily. We're really going to commit on this Achilles Force of Beads. It's not a bad call at all, but, now we just don't have Fennel for a while, so we just have to be patient if we're red. It's not bad. Again, it's actually quite nice, but you got to be mindful. I don't expect a firefight to happen. I expect it to probably be around this gold. It's just a little bit lower stakes, and I don't think either team feels super confident right now. I might be wrong, but oh my gosh, I am wrong. What a call. Okay, we are pulling this fire. Remember, we have Sunder, we have 2 bombs, and most importantly, no beads, or excuse me, no ultimate on the Fenrir, so that feels, for blue team, really good. A little bit of damage, and they're going to get off this a huge Kurnosaur right there. Team beats is forced. This is bad for blue team. Hades is going to get the engage, and this Bari is probably just going to die. What a perfect engage, though, from Clay City right there. Pushed away is the Hades, but he's totally fine. And I mean, this fight is just an absolute disaster. You can't get 4 minutes stacked on like that. Daichi will fall down. 2 for nothing. Looks like a clean Fire Giant, and just way too much sauce right there. 3 for nothing eventually. And yeah, just a rough look. I mean, when Clay gets that good of an ult off, you're probably not going to win a fight, right? Let's look at the player damage really quick. 27k from LeBron James, and the rest of them just a little bit low so far. Fire Giant here almost certainly will go down. We're going to see Papa Volt come in because he does have a bomb, but this probably won't work. We'll see. Good luck, Goat. Oh, good try. Lucky. Yeah, nice macro. I mean, really big thing right there is, again, they're feeling confident in forcing it because they're saying, hey, like, we have 2 bombs, we have a Sunder. It does make sense. I think the big thing you have to look at in that fight specifically is, although like we feel good from a farm perspective, we could feel better if we did a lower stakes objective like Gold Fury, gotten a bit more gold on the map, and then went to fire anyways. I just think it's a little bit rushed. Like, you don't have to run to fire and do fire. You have other options on this game. I think they just rushed that, especially when I know Delvin got a kill or 2 there, so his farm lead is like exacerbated, but like this Ares just hit 15, has no support starter. Delvin had it in that fight. Like, that is a big impact. I'm not saying like don't pull fire, but you know, you're definitely happier playing it a bit slow. Gold Fury secured obviously by red team. A great pick though, so they are able to get something out of it, but a fantastic snipe. Could be a 2 for 1. It is going to be. Dual lane is falling down, and if you're blue team, you're happy. You can let it go. Don't chase too far. You got 2 picks. You did lose gold. It's okay. Again, this is too much sauce now. I think they're fine, but you just don't want to waste your time. You want to go farm. If they want to look for more, and they can get more, they should, but it just looks a little bit deep. Oh, the cripple is fantastic though on the Hades. Ult is forced. Again, I'm not sure there's actually anything here. They're really forcing this. And again, it can be good, but look how split the damage is. And yeah, no dice. Bomb is going to be bricked on the... Oh, maybe it wasn't, but... Okay, I mean, that looked a little dicey, but it ended up working out. 2 picks is solid. Obviously, losing gold sucks, but you make the best with what you have. Can't be mad about that. Not bad. We're okay here. Fenrir is going to be used. Great patience by Nick and Marsupial right there. And this tier 2 going to get tagged a bit. I think they're committing a little bit too hard. You don't have to get this. Slightly off by the Ra. Dagger is going to be forced right there. So it worked out okay. We saw Delvin just, I guess, brick the dagger or something. I'm not sure what happened, but... yeah, so it works out for blue team decently. I think the tier 2 rush was a little bit ballsy and maybe unnecessary, but they got it, so can't really complain about it. We're going to see a pirate response. And I mean, look, with 2 people having lost it, they're not really with their feet settled on terms of sieging. This is kind of just another wash. You're very happy on blue if you have that defense right there. Definitely really happy. I want to note something here, guys, because this is something that you see in better player lobbies. And you're seeing it in this lobby, but red team is a group. They have fire. They're on a power play. And where are our side laners? They're shoving side waves, right? Now, why is that important? Because fire team, or red team, excuse me, they can't, like, make an imprint to just go shove somewhere. If you guys saw that Achilles Elo Hell video, I was noting so many times that you just have to shove a side lane and kind of split up the team. And because these guys are doing that, not that red team was literally like ever able to shove, but it's impossible now because you have left shoving, you have the stringway threat, you have the Achilles threat, and it's just like enough to disorientate you. And when you don't have a lot of fire time, that's really all you need. So just good map play, and that's just like smart. And it's like kind of a common thing in competitive, but in ranked it's really underdone, especially by lower level players. I'm saying that to say these are not lower level players as like an aside. Everything sometimes looks a bit funny from spectator mode, but this is a pretty good game. Alright. A bit of patience, a bit of time. Now, again, I think regardless of what team you are here, who you're rooting for, whatever the case, you can kind of take a reasonable deduction and say, hey, that Fire Giant fight, whoever pulled it probably would have been in a bad time. What that usually says to me is like, let's just low stakes it up a little bit here, lower the stakes a little bit, and let's go for gold. It's a little bit safer. It's not as dangerous to commit to, doing less damage, obviously, all that stuff. And I expect to see more of a fight either around a lane or around gold rather than fire. That might not happen, but it just seems like a little bit more sensical with what just happened there. Jingwei, though, a lot of engage, and again, I'm just not sure what she's doing on that side right there. This is like a disaster of a fight, it looks like. 2 down, but the Hades might fall. Ares ult. I think was just right on the side of the immunity. Double Clay City-ul, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I mean, I thought things were going to go good, and we just lost 3 being aggressive. Remember, they had fire on the back end of that. Daichi just got caught, but you got to wonder, like, what was the point there? It's just too much. What was the point? I really dislike that fight. I found it so silly. Bari's going to be able to live, at least so is Ares, but we're losing a mid-tier 2. We're getting really, really bad posturing as blue team for fire here, and we might just lose a Phoenix as well. That's not game, but again, like, we're looking for way too much, and blue team there, you should be happy that, you know, you held, you're all good, the game's even. I feel like that's just like a tension point, and I think they're, you know, they've been on the back end for a little bit after having controlled the game, and I think maybe they're feeling like we need to make something happen, but the truth is they don't. I mean, you're happy scaling, you're happy just playing for gold, and now we're just going to lose fire to look for something we didn't need to look, so... You know, it's important to, if you are going to be proactive on the map, guys, try to be proactive around objectives because, I mean, that whole fight was like Jingwei being up at their UAV camp or whatever, looking for a pick, and it just kind of wasn't needed. A little bit of damage right here. It looks like this is a disaster. Yeah, bye-bye. Uh-oh. A lot of damage on this Hades and on this Bari, but there's just not enough right here. Jingwei's going to dash back, and I think, folks, we are looking at the end of a dynasty right here. This is just grim. Man, really sad. I mean, I gotta say, like, I don't really, like, root for people in these games, but I feel like blue team was a bit of the underdog, and they really were kind of, like, clawing back, especially after a horrible start, but you just gotta, like, look at your fight selection a bit. You know, the Fire Giant one didn't go too hot, it happens, but those other ones just, like, really forced and really not needed. You know, overall, I mean, I think this Fen pick was a huge problem. The Jingwei looked really good, but just, again, a couple of bad decisions, and that's going to be a loss, unfortunately, for blue, but at least our game's ready, guys, so that's nice. Neath builds a nothing burger. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, I think. I don't really know builds too well. I mean, I guess the only thing you could comment on is, like, you know, generally into Hades, you don't go Shard early because they don't build defense, but this guy went defense. I thought this was a pretty smart adjustment considering the lack of pen early. But, you know, I think kind of like the default response of mid laners, especially in comp, is to make sure you get Shard a little bit earlier. I think his build is okay besides that, but that probably hurt him a bit. Ultimately, this wasn't really a build issue. It's just like placement of team fights, which, you know, happens sometimes. They'll be back. They'll be better. Just game 1. It happens. These are best of ones, mind you, but that's it for now. So I'm going to undef and get back into the game stuff, and we will continue.